The start of the 2009 NFL season has arrived. For the Detroit Lions, it's all about change and a fresh start. For the New Orleans Saints, they want to build on the league's highest scoring offense from last year. The NFL on Fox welcomes you to the sold-out Superdome, where the Lions have come to town to take on the Saints. Well, it is open.
Is good to go, and he'll kick it off. The ageless one. Robert Meacham is deep for New Orleans, and Meacham has it from the 5. Robert Meacham to the 45 of New Orleans.
And last year's numbers were great, but it's all about getting this team into the playoffs.
Reggie Bush in the backfield. First down, Breeze. Quick pass complete at midfield. That's a Saints first down to Devery Henderson. Breeze going for Reggie. And down the sideline, he hauled it in. Larry Foote was back there covering him. Drew Brees steps up, throws, end zone, touchdown Saints, Marcus Colston. Pass complete, but short, incomplete. Kevin Smith had it, lost it. It'll bring up a punting situation for the Lions. And Breeze to throw it. End zone, Meacham, touchdown Saints.
Anytime you give Drew Brees that kind of time in the pocket, he's going to try and take a shot downfield. That play didn't develop the way they wanted it to. That was a deep corner route by the receiver. Drew Brees comes off the play action fake, gets everybody to bite on the hard play fake, and look at the protection that he has with the offensive line. Gives him time to slide in the pocket. This route was supposed to be a deep corner, but with that kind of time, you can make adjustments with the receiver.
In the backfield, Casey Fitzsimmons splits out the tight end. Stafford to throw, complete. Across the 40-yard line is Calvin Johnson, and that's the guy. He wants to get the ball to the Rams. On first down, Stafford to throw. Pass to Kevin Smith. That's a first down inside the 35 of New Orleans. Yard field goal. Here they go wide and don't get it. Hanson. And the kick is good. Coming off knee surgery does not slow him down. Breeze has time down the middle of the field and completes to Devery Henderson. Looked like he ran back. Eric King covering, and he may have kept him from getting the first down. Stafford way over the head of Calvin Johnson. He is now 4 of 8. Breeze. Time again. Pass for Colston. In and out of his hands. A nice coverage by Eric King, who started in place of Phillip Buchanan. His last punt, 54 yards. And this one, Northcutt. No fair catch. Dennis Northcutt. Past the punter. And run out of bounds inside the 20 of New Orleans. Kickoff weekend. Fox NFL Sunday continues. The Saints lead the Lions 14-3, but Stafford is on the move. Stafford pass complete. And Kevin Smith gets a first down inside the 5, so it would appear. Smith on a pitch. That's Kevin Smith for a Lions touchdown.
What a great call. You had everybody bunched in the middle defensively, thinking they were going to pound it up the middle. Pound it up the middle because it's 4th and short. Everybody thinks they're going to isolate up the middle. They turn around, they do a fake to the fullback who they've ran in short down and distance before. They do the flip to Kevin Smith, and they're able to suck the defensive in and get the corner.
It's one play, one moment in the second quarter. But the handoff, knifing through his bell for a first down from the Saints' 42-yard line. Reggie Bush pitches back to Breeze, who has time to throw it deep for Devery Henderson, and he underthrew it. It's intercepted. The Lions, Anthony Henry from his corner spot, picks it off and returns it to the 25-yard line. Gets the kick away. Reggie has a chance at his 25. But loses the football. The ball came out. He looked back for it. Looked like the Saints got it back. And Reggie recovering his own miscue. Actually, age-wise, at least on their roster, in the top 5 oldest teams in the NFL. On first down, Mike Bell near the 49-yard line, and Anthony Henry, who had the interception on Nottingham this year. Hand off to Bell. He's got some room and another first down. Slips down right at the marker, and Delmas makes sure he doesn't get more. 1. Breeze rolls out. Has time, wide open. Complete to Devery Henderson for another New Orleans first. Pass is complete to Jeremy Shockey at the 10 on 3rd and 1. Breeze has it. Touchdown, Jeremy Shockey. Calvin Johnson on the right side. Stafford goes back. And Jonathan, now they trail by 11. As Reggie Bush splits out as a receiver for Breeze. Passes high, and what a grab at the 40-yard line. Lance Moore. 5'9", but climbing up the ladder.
And this may be...
Saints controlling things on the scoreboard with the football. Time for Breeze down the middle at the 15-yard line. That's another nice grab by Lance.
If you're going to drop 8 into coverage, you can't allow those seams.
Drew Brees will pick you apart. He's going for the back of the end zone. Shockey is back there. He hung on. Touchdown.
It's under 2 minutes, so the booth is going to have to review it. It's not going to be the coaches that challenge it. The booth is going to have to review it because it looked like he was bobbling the ball.
We'll watch his feet. 2 feet are down. He's got the football. He has to take the ball all the way to the ground, and he hung on to it. That is a catch. Probably Mike Carey would have guessed for the reasons we discussed.
After review, the receiver had control with 2 feet down in the end zone for a score.
For Reggie Bush. Fumbles the football, and the Lions were the first ones to get there. The ball is going to belong to Detroit. Second fumble for Reggie on a return. He got the intercepted. That's the veteran Darren Sharper. The NFL's leading active interceptor. It's good to be hanging around in this league. A couple of veterans who cannot deliver here. It's blocked by the Lions and kicked out of bounds with a tick left. The Saints have a 28-10 advantage over the Detroit Lions. Here's the Visa halftime report. Saints threatening the blitz. Extra pressure. He's got time. That's complete for a first down and plenty of running room. That's Calvin Johnson. 6'5", and Calvin Johnson has a Lions touchdown. Nope, he stepped out of bounds. The official is pointing to a spot inside the 5. One official gave the signal that it was a touchdown.
Calvin Johnson here. They go right after Tracy Porter's replacement. Rookie first-round pick Malcolm Jenkins is one-on-one with Calvin Johnson. Calvin does a dig route to the inside. Malcolm goes for the tackle. He can't wrap up the...
See the official right there called it out of bounds. It's not a reviewable play in terms of a challenge because it was an out of bounds call. Touchdown, Stafford.
He crosses the plane, but he takes a shot.
Let's hope they don't review it. Line before the goal line. Quick pass to Heath Evans, who gets a first down.
Drew Brees picking up, whether it be return, catches, or carries.
Bella's in the backfield on second down. Quick toss to Reggie Bush, who's got room. Near another first down. Ball comes out. Let's see if he was called down. And the official quickly says he was down.
And a lot of people would call that a run. All that is a sweep or a run. And so, once again, Reggie didn't care how many carries he had. He was worried about number of touches. I know Sean Payton had touched on 15 to 20 touches.
Did you review that play? Is that a sore subject?
Yeah, you know, look, there comes a red
here
flag.
comes the challenge. Uh-oh. Jim Schwartz is liking this system now.
Yeah.
Had complete control when his elbow hit the ground. Therefore, the ruling on the field is correct, down by contact. Detroit will be charged with a team timeout, their first.
And you can clearly see the defensive player touched him. He hit the ground. He's down. Then the ball came out. And just his offense, a quick opportunity here. The handoff to Bell. He's got room. That's Mike Bell to the 41 before Louis Delmas knocked him down. Saints hoping for a fast start in the NFC South. That's another first down. Mike Bell, the workhorse. And this offensive line without Jamal Brown.
Trying to get the ball out of his hands.
A 39-yard field goal attempt for Carney. This time no block. It's up there, out there, and good. So the Saints add to their lead. It's 31-17. Saints will be kicking it back to the Lions. He scored on a touchdown run and suffered an interception. Thomas Morstead to kick it off. Aaron Brown from his goal line. Aaron Brown gets through a few. He's got room. Aaron Brown is on the run. All the way to the 10 of New Orleans. And if it wasn't for the hustle of Malcolm Jenkins, he'd be celebrating a touchdown. Stafford fakes, throws, completes. Casey Fitzsimmons near another first down. Stafford incomplete for Bryant Johnson. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Jason Hanson nails it. So the Lions on a quarter plus to go. 3:22 remaining here in the third. Robert Meacham on the return. He's got some room and he can fly. Cutting back across the 40. Excellent field position, just what the Saints wanted. And Drew in the pocket down the middle. He's got him. Devery Henderson. It's a touchdown, Saints.
We've been saying it all day. If you give Drew Brees time in the pocket to where he can step up, this offensive line has done a great job all day. He has yet to be sacked. He slides up in the pocket, steps in and makes the throw and puts it right on stride to where Henderson can just fly down the field. Doesn't have to wait on the ball, catches it in stride and outruns everybody.
58 yards, 5 touchdown passes for Drew. Some work to do, trailing 38-20. Under 3 to go in the third. That's Bryant Johnson who makes the catch for a first down and eventually goes down at the 35-yard line. Let's the Lions get the Vikings. Stafford throw. Did he hang on? It looked like it was, yes, near the first down marker. That's again Bryant Johnson, who's averaged 40 catches the
Stafford leaves that ball on the outside, and
we might have a challenge here. Look, Sean Payton went out and slowly handed it to the official to say, I think he dropped that ball.
And you can see on the replay that the ball clearly hit the ground.
The red challenge flag getting more airtime today than you and me.
After review, it's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10 on the Detroit 35-yard line. The New Orleans Saints hash mark. Please put 1:55 on the game clock. New Orleans will not be charged with a team.
Third down. He fakes, he fires, it's intercepted. Scott Shanley picks it off from his linebacker spot. He had somebody wide open on interception. On first down, Bell. Ball is loose, and the Lions have it. Louis Delmas, the rookie from Western Michigan, is headed the other way. Chased by Colston, but Delmas is going to have a touchdown for Detroit.
Have we not had a crazy game? Momentum changes like every single snap. So this has been definitely been an exciting game, and puts the Lions right back in it.
65. Clock run out here in the third quarter, so 3rd and 1 as we begin the fourth quarter, and at the end of 3, it's the Saints 38, the Lions 27. They've changed the field position. 96 yards rushing for Bell as Breeze rolls out and completes to Colston. A first down at the 47, 46-yard line before Julian Peterson. 3rd and 9. Breeze with time. Right at target to David Thomas. The tight end they just traded for from New England in goal. Heath Evans on a fullback screen. Heath Evans is in for the touchdown. That might just take the steam out of the Lions. Turnovers, controversial call, 72 points combined. Drew Brees, 6 touchdown passes, a career high in one game, and Matthew Stafford, the 21-year-old, his NFL debut. Kevin Smith near a first down. Got Stafford on 4th and 1. He's going to roll out, throws, and juggle. Did he hang on? That's Brian Johnson, and yes. The officials,
as they showed all of last season.
1 for 12 on 3rd down. That's a first down. And a tough hit. Yamon Figures held on, and a flag comes in on the end of that. There just wasn't much there. Saints defense deserves credit. Bell taking care of the Saints running game. It's been in his hands today. Breeze takes it to the last second and gives it to Bell for another first down. Reggie Bush, his 15th touch of the day. Reggie Bush inside the 5 near another first down. Reggie Bush has a Saints touchdown, and a penalty flag comes in, so don't count it just yet.
Holding, offense number 85. 10-yard penalty is still first down.
Unfitting that Bell will run this out as the clock winds down, and for the Saints, a fast start in a year that many think they're a playoff team.
They have all the tools to make it happen.
45-27, the Saints over Jim Schwartz and the Lions. For Trent Green, our entire crew, I'm Chris Myers. The Giants and Redskins are next on Fox.
To the house that Mooch built. Stop. Matthew Stafford getting his first home start. Brett Favre, career start number 271 in a row, breaking Jim Marshall's record. But the Vikings were the ones going the wrong way early on, as Favre and Adrian Peterson can't make the connection on the handoff that led to a Jason Hansen field goal. And then Favre goes down. This is what Larry Foote, a stomping. That's a foot stomping. That would lead to this. Stafford finds Calvin Johnson. Lions are up 10-0, everybody.
Going vertical with Calvin Johnson. That guy is going to be a great player.
He already is.
They're restoring the roar. Adrian Peterson would restore his sanity. No fumble here. Bounces left for a 22-yard gain. 6 plays later, 8th play of the drive. Favre to Sidney Rice. 13-yard gain down to the 2. And then 2 plays later, Favre to, look who's hanging out.
Yeah.
It's Visanthe Shenko.
Well, he was supposed to go to the corner, and he pulled up, and he shot it in there on the chest for the touchdown.
Favre 7 of 7 on the drive, 11 of 12 in the half, but the Leons still leading this game by 3. First play of the second half, here comes Jared Allen untouched.
I love that rhinestone cowboy.
Sooner or later, he's going to get to the quarterback.
And then 2 plays later, Ray Edwards gets to the quarterback, and then does some moonwalking, Motown moonwalking.
On turf?
Yeah, that's a field turf. There's the rubber pellets would have to hurt. Adrian Peterson comes. Who's going to block?
Block somebody, Brett, will you?
And then Adrian Peterson on the back end of the
Be
run.
your own blocker. Bam!
Pounds
Out
Louis
of
Johnson.
bounds, my man. Woo! Marshall told me he's not going to play long.
Oh, you just love that.
With Favre and him.
Bounce, Adrian.
Favre, you the man pointed to adapt. Look what's going on here. Who says there's a schism? Kevin Smith, the ensuing possession, puts the ball on the turf, and Old Mo is putting on a white shirt. Chad Greenway recovers. First play after the fumble. Here's Adrian.
Well, he can make the cutback lane for another touchdown anytime. They like to push it to the left side, but he'll cut that thing back to the right side, well, quite frequently.
27-yard gain there for the touchdown. Fourth quarter, Matthew Stafford is picked by Chad Greenway.
What a game he had, Chad Greenway. A couple of picks, fumble recovery.
Favre had a career-high completion percentage of 85.2%, 23 of 27, including this touchdown to seal the game to Percy Harvin. The Vikings are 2-0.
Well, Matthew Stafford inherited a mess when he became the starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions. They had lost 17 games in a row, trying to stop the streak at 19. Jim Zorn's Redskins hoping not to be the team. Clinton Portiso can't get in on a 4th and goal. And here come the Lions. Stafford looking for Will Heller, but the Lions called for offensive pass interference on the play. That was a 3rd and 3. So the Redskins would have had to attempt about a 50-51-yard field goal. Zorn elects to take the penalty and move the Lions back. You have any issues with the call?
It makes it 3rd and 13, 3rd and 15.
They can play their punting.
All right, but the rookie making a play.
Yeah, it's hard to make 3rd and 13. And the rookie does it with his legs. He can run now.
All right, Jim Zorn in disbelief. Stafford scrambles to 20. 1st and 10 now. The Redskins 21. Stafford to Bryant Johnson.
Great play. You just put it out there. Allow your receiver to make a play. That's what he's paid to do.
13 plays, 99 yards. Lions on top 7-0. They were up 13-0 at the break, but a week ago they were up 10-0 and still fell. Jason Campbell to Santana Moss, and Moss gone. 57 yards. He had 178 receiving yards on the day. Redskins down 13-7. 4th quarter, same score. It is Stafford looking for Bryant Johnson again. Chris Horton, though, never gets his head around in time.
It's called panic.
And so he's hit with a pass interference
He
call.
doesn't like the call.
So the Lions get the ball at the 1, and here is Maurice Morris, who gets in. 2-point conversion failed, 19-7 Lions. All right, curious a move here by the Redskins. Campbell, the Rock Cartwright, they scored a touchdown. They trailed 19-14. The Lions were able to hold on for the victory.
Campbell back, throws underneath. It's a hook and lateral. They get it to Betts, and Betts is going to be taken down. It's going to be a first down, but it doesn't matter. 3 zeros on the clock. Game over. Losing streak over. Nightmare over.
Jay Cutler and the Bears taking on Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Could they possibly win 2 in a row? Mm-hmm. Well, they came off the blocks very well. Matthew Stafford throws deep to Calvin Johnson in the first play of the game.
Yeah, you need a 1.
Kevin Smith would eventually run it in from the 1. And the Lions are on top in Chicago, 7-0.
Good, Rich.
Matt Forte getting things going early in a way that he hadn't got anything going all year. 61-yard gain.
They need a running game from this guy. You have 2 explosive receivers. You need a running game.
3 plays later, it's 3rd and goal. Jay Cutler breaks contain, and then he breaks the loss of gravity. And the play.
Great effort.
Was that Elway?
Huh? This one's for Jay.
Nice. Look at that. Great effort. That's for Jay, huh, Rich? That one's for Jay.
Right there. Touchdown. The Bears' first quarter points of the season tie the game. But you can't keep Matthew Stafford and this Detroit Lions offense down for long. Will Heller wraps up a 10-play drive. The Lions go back on top 14-7. 2 Bears possessions later. Earl Bennett leaping, grabbing. Down to the 10-yard line. 2 plays later, Cutler to a wide open Kellen Davis.
Nice design by the play. I like the way both teams are approaching this thing. They're wide open on
Next
both
Bears
sides.
possession, it's a short field as Tommy Harris came up with his first career interception. And on 4th and goal, Lovey goes for it, and Greg Olson catches it as they throw for it on 4th and 1 from the 1. 2 possessions later, Calvin Johnson making plays again.
You know he's going to get the ball, but constantly he stays open.
2 plays later, Stafford, 2 and change to go in the half. Can't find anybody, so he runs for it, 17 yards.
Last week, running for first downs all over the place.
Next play, 6th play of this drive, trying to get some points on the board before halftime. Brandon Pettigrew on the tight end screen.
Great play call. Great execution of blocking downfield. Look at the big guys get downfield and get ahead and block.
And then 4 plays later, capping off the 10-play drive as a guy was questionable all week, and he scores his 2nd touchdown of the game. Kevin Smith ties the game at 21. 10 plays, 98 yards. That's what the Lions do to close out the half. But the second half's a different half.
It's not a boo-boo.
And a different story. Johnny Knox. 102-yard return, 1 yard shy of the Bears' all-time kick return record set by Sayers.
Go Sayers. You mean to tell me Devin Hassel's never run a ball over 100 yards?
Way before your baby.
That's where he gets hurt.
Now, this is a problem for the Lions, who are trying to come back. Matthew Stafford left the game with a knee injury. It is said that his knee dislocated briefly and then popped back in. An MRI will detail the severity on Monday. And then Matt Forte with the Forte Burger. Touchdown as the Bears double up the Lions. They're 3-1. As for the defending world champs, they had Dante Culpepper starting this game for the Lions in Detroit, where Big Ben won his first Super Bowl a few years back. Rashard Mendenhall following up his 165-yard performance against the Chargers.
Walks downfield.
Great blocking by Santonio Holmes downfield.
That's a 27-yard gain from Mendenhall back in Big Ten territory. The former Illini gaining the edge here.
We know he's a power back, but he shows some speed on the outside.
7-3 lead. Stafford's out, as we know, with that knee injury. And now Calvin Johnson just comes up hurt.
They can't afford to lose. He's their best football player. He came out early in the game, got a leg injury.
And he was done for the day. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. That led to a field goal that drive. And then a pick six.
Can't throw out that late, Coach, can you?
Yeah, you got to be on time and outside, and that guy read Ben's eyes all the way and made a nice jump on the ball.
William James for the score, and it's just a 1-point game. 4 minutes to go in the half when the guy who won his Super Bowl MVP in that building scores his first touchdown of the season. Hines Ward with a 17-yard score. Steelers up by 8 at the half. That's your score, 21-13 Pittsburgh, third quarter. Midway through, Roethlisberger up top to Mike Wallace. 60 minutes, he's next, except on the West Coast.
That's good, Rick.
28-13 to score. Dante Culpepper, there's no quit on him.
No, it's no quit. He looked good today.
Dennis Northcutt, 25-yard score. And then the Steelers go 3 and out. Lions have a chance to tie this game, maybe, but the defense comes through. William Gay with a second straight sack of Culpepper, and then Lawrence Timmons gets himself a piece as the Steelers win this ball game to improve to 3-2. Detroit 1-4 as Big Ben moves on with a win.
We couldn't get into a rhythm. Didn't seem like we were on the field very much, but we just got to continue to improve. Way to play, man. Stay healthy.
It seems for another week that even though you guys dominated for much of the game, they were able to come back and make it interesting down the end. Why do you think that's happening? How can you fix it?
You know what? We just have to continue to finish. And offensively, like I said, we did well. Second half, we just couldn't get the momentum going. And we have to be able to use up that clock and not give them a chance. All right, no problem.
Green Bay taking on Detroit minus Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford.
That's not good. They need those guys. They'll get back.
Aaron Rodgers in the game.
Free play.
It's a free play, and James Jones is free and wide open and chilling.
San Jose State grad.
Detroit Lions.
7-0. 53-yard score. Next possession following a Culpepper pick. It's Donald Driver passing Sterling Sharp for the most catches.
And Sterling was man.
Congratulations, Donald Driver. That's awesome.
Led to a touchdown. 23-0 Green Bay at the half. Third quarter, Dante Culpepper flush from the pocket. Looks like he can pick up a first down.
Let me see. Come on, Dante. You still can do it.
He gets a flat tire over there.
Uh-oh.
And in comes Drew Stanton, Michigan State's own.
Yeah, we got to see if this guy can play. Get him out there, Drew. Farmington Hills.
Well, it was a tough spot for him to be thrown into, and he throws this one right to Atari Bigsby.
He threw to a tough spot.
Yeah, you got a good secondary in Green Bay.
Packers shut out the Lions, 26-0. Packers improved to 3-2. Lost in the morass of the Rams' winless season is that Steven Jackson ranked 3rd in rushing yards coming into the game.
Yeah, he was bowling.
Matthew Stafford back from a knee injury. Second quarter, Matthew Stafford throws underneath to Maurice Morris, playing for a dinged-up Kevin Smith for much of the day. And then 4 plays later, Stafford picked by James Butler in the end zone, and who goes back in and gets called for safety.
Oh, come on.
That's where DBs.
Don't this seem like a AAA football game?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yeah?
Yeah, Dion would take it out in the end zone.
Oh, yeah,
you should stay in the end zone if you're laying down on the ground.
And then he goes back in. And that's the way it's 3-2.
3-2.
Rams on, it's St. Louis on top of Detroit 3-2 in interleague play right now. 2 possessions later, Steven Jackson getting it done.
Running hard, man.
One-man record.
And you like seeing that because they haven't won a game, and I always say hope dictates effort. They have no hope, but he gave effort.
And how about this fake field goal?
No trickery. I like it. I like it.
Josh Brown to Daniel Fells.
Can't beat him, trigger.
10-2. Put up an 8 spot. Look at that.
Well-designed play. Look at that throw going to the left by the kicker.
It's 10-2 at the half. Steve Spagnuolo can taste his first win. He can smell it.
I don't know about
He can
that.
feel it. Third quarter, Rams have the ball. Mark Bolger in the red zone. Tipped.
That's what he does.
By Dwayne White. Fourth quarter, ensuing possession off that pick. 7 plays later, Stafford to Bryant Johnson. 36 yards for the Lions inside the 5. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal from the 4. Stafford runs it in.
Some mobility and some toughness. That's a pretty good job. Remember, they're without Calvin Johnson in this game.
$1:55 left, though. $1:55 left. Steven Jackson running over umpires and everybody.
Get out of the way.
149 yards on 22 carries, and then the next play, he takes it to the house.
Is he?
To give the Lions a taste of defeat, Ram style. Yes, we're a full-service highlight program. Here's Matthew Stafford in the saddle. Lions up 7-0 too, by the way. 12th man this. Matthew Stafford to Bryant Johnson, 14-0 Lions.
Great arm bar by the receiver. Coach, he had that right arm right on the receiver's hip. So he could get to him while you're at it.
14-0 Lions, but Seattle would score 22 of the next 25 points. There's TJ Manzada with a touchdown. 22-14, it's 22-17, 25-20. Lions with 5 minutes to go. Calvin Johnson doesn't get the ball. It's Marcus Trufant as the ball is up in the air. This doesn't look like a very loving moment.
I'm not happy with one another.
Lions with one more chance, 35 seconds left. Stafford throws his 5th interception of the day.
That would damage a relationship right now.
So now he and Sanchez have 2 5-pick days in their first season.
Now you just bounce back, that's all. Bounce back next week is amazing.
You were on the same sideline as this young man?
Yeah.
Now he's a great dude.
Little smelling salt.
He had new shoes. Did you take him shopping?
He started with me, Coach. I had him first.
Yeah, you did. In Atlanta. Oh, he didn't have this guy. Look at him back then. Look at him go.
That's a man.
He's pretty good. He had 2 lost fumbles on the day. His only blemish against the Detroit Lions. It kept the Lions sort of in this game that we eventually controlled.
He can find the cutback range.
Those receivers are doing a great job blocking down the field.
Adrian
George Stewart got him blocking down the field.
133 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And as for Favre, 344 yards passing. That was the season best.
Fling it!
201 of those passing yards. 60 yards. Sidney Rice.
This guy, third-year player, is really coming into his own. He is going to be dynamic.
So the Vikings win going away, 27-10. Now it's time to live up to the hype.
Here we go.
Get your energy up, Coach.
1-8 Browns. 1-8 Lions.
Oh, no!
Something would have to give.
May the best team win.
The Browns had 23 points in its previous 4 games combined. Came out and scored 24 in the first quarter. How about that?
Brady Quinn is hot.
Joshua Cribbs. Pay that man.
24-3 is your score. But back on the Leon. Stafford to Calvin Johnson. Megatron is free.
Double move, coach.
75-yard score to tie the game with 5 minutes to go in the half.
He's tall and he can run and he can dunk the basketball.
Stafford had 3 touchdown passes at that point. 27-24, Cleveland up in the third quarter. Stafford over the middle to Calvin Johnson down to the 1. That would bring up the next play. Stafford play faking. Will Heller.
Nice design of the play. Wide open.
Let's go to the fourth quarter.
All right.
This is when the butter's breaded. That makes any sense. It's late in the game. I'm talking Browns Lions for crying out loud.
Joshua Cribbs.
Pay that man. Does everything for this team.
Cleveland was down 2 at this point. They got a safety to make it 31-29. And then 3 plays after that 35-yard gain by Cribbs. Third and goal. Quinn rolling out. Hitting the largest tight end I think I've ever seen. There's nothing tight about this tight end.
That's a big man.
That looks like a 9.6 on Michael Gaines.
Does he have on hip pads?
Browns go for 2 and convert, 37-31, but there's a minute left in this game, and Matthew Stafford's having a game. Finds Calvin Johnson down 6.
Nice wherewithal. He didn't want to cross the line of scrimmage.
5 plays later, 22 seconds to go. Stafford needs a touchdown. Finds Will Heller down to the 32.
First down.
Got to spike it. Got to clock it. They do. 8-6 to go. 8 ticks to go. 32. 37-31.
Stay alive.
He needs to get into the end zone.
What?
Still has alive. No time left.
To the end zone.
Stay alive.
It's going to the end zone. It's picked. But there's laundry on the field. Hank Poteet, number 23, with Stafford down, shoves his man out of the end zone.
Why? Why would you do that?
Pass interference means the Lions get the ball on the 1, but Stafford takes a beating in the pocket, calls for 11. That means Dante Culpepper, but Eric Mangini calls timeout.
That was smart.
Which gives enough time for Stafford to collect himself and come back in, favoring his left arm. 1 on time down.
He throws with his right.
It's all the marbles right here.
For a chance to win it. Stafford to Brandon Pettigrew, rookie to rookie, and the roar is restored with a gimpy left arm.
Amazing. Jim Schwartz, congratulations.
And look at this shot of Eric Mangini.
He calls timeout.
It's the first game-winning touchdown and an untimed down of the final play of regulation since Bledsoe to Coates won it for the 98 Patriots. And Matthew Stafford's 5 touchdowns ties the NFL rookie record, period. It all started in Detroit. Martin Mayhew sort of telling Dante, I guess...
It's my former teammate, Martin Mayhew.
He was thinking he was going to play and start this week.
But did Martin Mayhew need to tell him
He's
something?
the GM.
It was sort of demonstrative, but Matthew Stafford started, and Dante Culpepper told... Fox TV that, he didn't want to talk about that. And so he watched Stafford find Calvin Johnson mere minutes into the game to put Detroit up as Green Bay fumbled the opening kickoff. Aaron Rodgers with 10 ticks left in the first quarter. All sorts of time. Donald Driver's free.
How can you get that open?
You give Aaron Rodgers some time now. The Lions couldn't get to him today.
68-yard pickup on the last play of the first quarter. The first play of the second quarter is Rodgers to Donald Lee leaping for the end zone.
Nice double screen. Well done. They got some tight ends that can catch the football.
Packers missed a field goal, but scored 2 field goals before they have to take a 13-7 lead third quarter. Second possession of the half, Rodgers to Donald Driver. Again, that's a splash play.
Play action holds the safety.
A huge splash play right there. That's what you want, play action.
45 yards. The only thing Driver was missing was a touchdown, but that changed later in the drive. 7 plays later. 142 yards receiving and a touchdown for Donald Driver.
That shows Aaron Rodgers' arm strength. He shot that in there like a rocket.
And Rodgers is finding all sorts of receivers. Here's Ryan Grant on the little flip pass right there. He picked up 27 yards.
Is this the Packers highlight reel?
Is this 7-on-7?
Unfortunately for the Lions, this is the way it's been on Thanksgiving since 2003 when someone on this set coached the Lions to a win over Green Bay.
Who is that man?
This is a highlight reel.
It's James Jones with the score, and then Matthew Stafford.
Not really.
No, well, here's a pick six by Charles Woodson. 4 interceptions to Stafford. Well, he doesn't hold it up, but he does what he did
don't hold it
up the road at Ann Arbor.
Should be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep. So 34-12, no Aaron Campbell, no Al Harris, and things went very well for the Green Bay Packers, especially on defense, and Aaron Rodgers adding another 300-yard effort. All 4 games in his career against the Detroit Lions, he's had 300 yards. And look who's 7-4. That would be the Green Bay Packers. And you have to just think what the record would be had Favre stayed on the tractor. Check out the pregame warm-ups for Ocho. The Lions. Took a segue to the sideline.
Okay, he's focused.
And this is his way of getting heat warmed up.
And that could kill a man.
Careful. And he's on the phone. But you know who struck first? That would be Calvin Johnson and the Detroit Lions.
I got a feeling these two, Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson, will hook up like this a lot.
Ocho Uno
for years
on the board. First, he had 20 to 23 yards receiving, and then later on, Stafford tip drill. Big man with football is
big man scoring.
Jonathan Fanene.
Fanene?
No, he didn't.
Not Shenane.
Next possession for the Bengals. Cedric Benson back.
Hey, send this man to the Pro Bowl and stop playing, everybody.
I think they will. 110 yards rushing. You know, and it would be one thing if Ocho doesn't ball out after doing that stuff.
Right.
But he did. 137 yards receiving. And here's his celebration. Poncho.
What is that?
Sombrero. That's classic.
How much is that going to cost?
I don't know, but none of you needs it.
It's going to cost him more than the sombrero and the poncho. Let's put it that way. Here's the Bengals' remaining schedule. What a big game at Minnesota, and then at the Chargers, which could be for the bye week, by the way.
That's a tough
Finishing
schedule.
up with the Chiefs and at the Jets. So it was a brutal day in Baltimore weather-wise. But Ravens-wise, it was a bright, sunshine day against the Detroit Lions. 3-0 Joe Flacco. Mason, sort of a Keystone Cop moment as the defense drops down and Mason just keeps on keeping on.
Something got hurt here, though.
Now watch, he's hurt again.
He gets hit right in the chest and the ribs. Maybe his shoulder? At least he finishes the play.
62 yards. He had 94 yards and a touchdown on the day that belonged to Ray Rice running for the Ravens. 59 scamper to the end zone for the guy from Rutgers.
Blocking downfield by Mason on the play.
17-3. First play of the next Ravens drive. It's now Ray Rice receiving for the Ravens. Now he's running for the Ravens and Romo. He doesn't make it to the end zone. The Arizona Cardinals, therefore, could win the NFC West if they could only beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit, and it certainly helped the Cardinals when Dennis Northcutt was doing that.
He's the only blue shirt around.
That was a poor play. Put it that way. It's 3 plays later. Larry Fitzgerald is running in the end zone with the football.
Great coverage, but a great play coverage.
You just throw it up to this guy. He probably has the best hands in the National Football League.
Quality concentration, fighting off the defender and the telestrator at the same time. 7-0 Cardinals. It's 17-0 Arizona. When the comeback begins, rookie Louis Delmas is lurking in the end zone after this play by the Cardinals. Gets it down to the 1-yard line in the third quarter. Look out, everybody. There's Louis Delmas in the end zone.
This kid's a good draft pick here from Western Michigan.
House call? Get to the sideline. Kurt, where are you? Kurt, where are you?
He's not going to hold it up either.
Oh, there it goes.
He is not going to hold it up.
Well, he won't go prime time either, I bet you that.
Well, he doesn't hold it up, but what does he do? What dance is this?
Oh, jeez, that's
This is the South Dallas drop.
The South Dallas drop.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
I was
He's from Kalamazoo.
I only know the North Dallas 40. That's what I know. Drew Stanton comes in this game, and he tosses it to Maurice Morris.
Here we go.
And we got a ball game,
Yes,
people.
we do. These Lions keep
Blocking
fighting.
downfield.
Good job, Calvin Johnson.
64 yards. It's a 3-point game.
Jim Schwartz has got him fighting.
Oh, he's fixing his headset. Fourth quarter, it's tied at 17. Beanie Wells likes to run in the state of Michigan. Trust me on that.
Yes.
He got himself a first-round pick running in the state of Michigan. He runs into the end zone, puts the Cardinals back up by 7. But Drew Stanton,
Michigan State
that's
Spartan,
right, East
Rich.
Lansing guy doing it in Motown. Calvin Johnson, 24 yards, 6 plays later.
Get it in.
Here comes Sparty, crease in the end zone.
Like it.
We have a ball game. Watch this Lambo lead. Oh, that's going to hurt.
That's a concussion.
He needs more Andy Reid type hops.
Look at his helmet.
Tied at 24, and here comes that man, Beanie Wells again.
Home run threat every play, coach.
33 of his,
he and Tim Hightower can get it done.
33 of his 110 yards right there. 3 plays later, Anquan Bolden. Some call him Quan.
Some call him man with ball.
31-24. Cardinals win. They wrap up the NFC West, and with the Lions-Niners losses, it perfectly sets up Week 16 in the NFL.
The Moochie Bowl.
It's the Mooch Bowl. Or if the Detroit Lions win against the Bears,
the Moochie Bowl.
Rams got the first overall pick. This is the
Moochie Bowl.
Moochie
Run
Bowl.
it, Alex.
Niners and Lions. Alex Smith, did he go past the line of scrimmage? Jim Schwartz?
Let's look at it.
You got a challenge. Why not challenge it, right? What the heck, as you would say?
It's got to be his entire
I don't understand
being. That's got to be over there. The shadow, everything.
Which team do you care for the most?
So it's ruled a touchdown.
I was very neutral on this game.
Okay, so who is the first team on the clock in the draft this year? Let's reveal, as the Lions had a chance at that first overall pick if they lost to the Bears.
They don't want it.
Man.
Calvin Johnson. This guy's going to be a Pro Bowler at some point.
And Dante Culpepper.
Culpepper.
Jay Cutler to Greg Olson in a tie game in the fourth quarter.
I got to give
and then Cutler
credit.
Yep. For what?
The last 2 weeks he's been balling.
Yeah.
He's been balling.
We found a Desmond Clark here as the Bears beat the Lions. The Bears finished 7-9. The Lions go 2-14.